To run a basic simulation in LDAR Sim, navigate to the Run tab from the home page. You will now be walked through the steps of running a simulation in LDAR Sim with default parameters. In LDAR Sim, there are 4 basic steps. The first step is establishing the settings for the virtual world. In this case, we'll be using the default settings. You can see some of the default settings include 500 sample sites, leak distribution parameters, which are taken from the Clearstone distribution of OGI measurements in Alberta, Canada, a leak production rate of 0.0065, which is frequently used in the scientific literature, and a global warming potential of 28 for methane. We will leave these default parameters as is by pressing the Save button on the bottom right. Click Save to confirm. The next stage in the simulation are the general simulation settings. Because LDAR Sim is a stochastic model that uses multiple model runs, we'll be running through the virtual world 3 times. This is the default. We will be using the start and end date of January 1st, 2017 and the end date of December 31st, 2021, giving us 4 years of simulated leak detection and repair. To confirm these general simulation settings, press the Save button and press Confirm. The third step is to select the reference LDAR program. In LDAR Sim, the reference LDAR program is the program to which we will be comparing alternative programs. In most cases, we will be comparing to an OGI program, which we'll use here by selecting POGI. You will notice that POGI has now been added as the reference program. Additionally, by default, there is a baseline program, which simulates no leak detection and repair occurring whatsoever, aside from natural repair. Now that we have selected the reference program, we need to select one or more alternative programs. The alternative program is the one to which we are comparing the reference program. In this case, we will select P-Truck to simulate a truck program. Press the Add button to add P-Truck to the alternative program. In this case, the truck program adds an OGI follow-up with default settings, which we will leave here. Now that we have established the settings for the virtual world, the general simulation settings, the reference program, and the alternative programs, we'll now read through the disclaimer, and if you agree with this disclaimer, press Yes and press Run. You will be now presented with an execution process bar and an estimated total runtime. Most simulations in LDAR Sim will take anywhere from 2 to 12 minutes, depending on the complexity of the program. We'll pause the video here and return once the simulation is complete. Once the simulation has finished running, results are available by pressing the Results tab. The results are presented as a series of tables and figures. Table 1 presents comparisons of the simulated LDAR programs. In our simulation, we had no program, an OGI program, and a truck program. These tabular results present the various statistics from the simulation. Notably, the median emissions rate per kilogram by kilogram per site per day. And we see here that the truck program has the lowest median emissions rate per site. Also have simulated program cost. Table 2 allows you to view individual programs. In this case, for example, there were 1,008 prescribed surveys by the truck and 135 follow-up surveys conducted by the OGI. The final results are 4 figures, the first of which shows the emissions distributions of each site. The second is an emissions time series for the 3 simulated programs, which shows the daily emissions over time. And you can see the variability in emissions is a product of screening and repair that occurs as the model progresses. The third figure is a cost and benefit of LDAR programs, where we can see on the left, this bar POGI, we see a visualization of the cost and benefit of OGI in comparison to the truck program. The fourth figure compares LDAR program cost mitigation ratios, where we see here that in terms of dollars per ton of CO2 equivalent, the truck program was the most efficient in terms of dollars per ton CO2e. To download the list of parameters used for a simulated program, you may click on this button.